Conclusion. Thank you for taking the time to read this book. Now, you should fully understand the difference between school and education. Hopefully, I have shifted your paradigm while also inspiring you to create and pursue your personal definition of success. I define success as being able to freely do what makes me happy while inspiring others. There are still a few more words of advice I would like to share with you. It is my strong opinion that everyone should write a book. Many people, and maybe even you, will reject this idea and say to themselves, I can't write a book. My response is, you can't? What about the thousands of text messages you have typed and sent? The captions you have written for social media posts? The tweets you have tweeted? Your journal entries? And the many conversations you have had? That probably amounts to at least 3 books. Reflect on your experiences and the valuable lessons you have learned. Then, teach those lessons to others. This is the infinite cycle of life and a key to how we help create a more loving world. How deep are you willing to go? How long are you willing to endure? Writing is highly therapeutic, and it allows you to reflect on your life and past decisions. This book is a literal culmination of thoughts, poems, and experiences I have typed into my iPhone notes since 2014. That is 8 years worth of knowledge and information. If I had not written this book, where would that information have been used? Some of it will live with the people to whom I told certain stories. However, Dr. Eric Thomas states, people forget, paper does not. This book will live on forever. My great-great-grandchildren will be able to read this and learn about the life experiences of their ancestor. Some authors and artists are no longer here physically, but they will live on through the books and music they created. Luther Vandross passed away in 2005, but his music is still played by millions every day. Napoleon Hill passed away in 1970, but Think and Grow Rich is still one of the greatest books written, and people buy it by the thousands every year. I hope that both of their families are still receiving compensation for what they created for others to enjoy and learn from forever. I now live a passion-filled and purposeful life by inspiring students and graduates. I help them realize their power to be and become who and whatever they want. By doing so, they can have anything they want. You will forever be a student. It does not matter when you graduate or where you graduate from, even if it is only kindergarten. You may not be a student at a specific institution, but you are always learning from the school, the game, and the experience we call life. Throughout my life journey, I have been searching to connect myself to where I belong. I am like Hercules in the eponymous animated Disney movie, as he knew there was something great inside of him that needed to be unleashed. I am also similar to the protagonist Santiago in The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I always had everything I needed and wanted around me and inside of me, but I had to embark on different journeys to even realize it. Take the time to sit back and observe the good and the bad around you, the light and the darkness. Where there is bad or darkness, you can be the light or the solution for good. Where there is good, you can learn from it and eventually contribute to making it even better. Too often we neglect or become blinded by the light that is near us. We are ungrateful or unappreciative of the benefits that certain people or things bring until outsiders see the benefit or the benefit is taken away. This is true with relationships, schools, and businesses. Do not only look for solutions to your problems in faraway places, but also use and appreciate what you have inside of you and close to you. Be grateful for everything in your environment and take advantage of the gems in your life. It is my advice for you to be unafraid in questioning those around you, including teachers, mentors, coaches, friends, so-called experts, and whoever you learn from. I offer you one more quote on this matter from Robert Diggs, aka RZA, of the hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. Featured in Remedy's song entitled Education, RZA states, I stood up like a man, then I questioned the teacher. I would like to leave you with a list of tips to aid in your success. Qualities that will take anyone far in life. 1. Listening. 2. Patience. 3. Self-control. 4. Discipline. 5. Continuous growth in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Everyday habits for success. Consistently getting 0.0001% better at something. Getting off your phone before bed. Rising out of bed earlier than most. Meditation, metacognition, staying hydrated with seeded fruits and water, writing in your gratitude journal, writing down your goals, visualization, and deep breathing. Helpful books I have read. Question Everything, Advice for Students and Graduates by Kenny Glenn. I want you to reread this book. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom by Don Miguel Ruiz. Atomic Habits, An Easy and Proven Way to Build Good Habits and Break Bad Ones by James Clear. Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable by Tim Grover. Lone Wolf Mentality, A Millennial Mindset by Benjamin Phillips III. The Mamba Mentality, How I Play by Kobe Bryant. Champion's Mind, How Great Athletes Think, Train, and Thrive by Jim Aframo. No Debt Zone, Your 9-Step Guide to a Debt-Free Life by Ashley Brewster. God Made You Perfect, A Believer's Guide to Perfection by Dr. J.C. Baker. Voice of the Ancestors, Volume 1 by Chase McGee. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and Middle Class Do Not by Robert Kiyosaki. The Way of the Superior Man by David Dita. Disrupting Fitness, 4 Paradigm Shifts to Live an Infinity Lifestyle by Derek Williams. The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The 4-Hour Body, An Uncommon Guide to Rapid Fat Loss, Incredible Sex, and Becoming Superhuman by Tim Grover. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The Money Myths by Julian Gordon. The Will to Win, 7 Laws to Winning by Dwight Phillips. Paradigm Keys, Solution-Based Mind Reprogramming by 19 Keys. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Why didn't they teach me this in school? 99 Personal Money Management Principles to Live By, Carrie Siegel. Outliers, The Story of Success by Malcolm Gladwell. Quick advice. Let go of the victim mentality. You are a victor. Be a creator. You create your reality. Be inquisitive. Be intentional with your actions. Take initiative. Be grateful for where you are and ambitious about where you are going. You do not have to follow the crowd. Make your own path. It is okay to say no to things you do not want to do. What you think about yourself is far more important than what others think. There is no such thing as cocky. There is only confidence, doubt, delusion, and deceit. You never know who is watching or who you are inspiring on your journey. Define yourself. Question the words and phrases that people use. Constantly seek to become the best version of yourself. Learn from the past, live in the present, and plan for the future. Be patient, but do not procrastinate. Do not rush. Enjoy the journey. Write about your life and the lessons you have learned. Increase your emotional intelligence so you can stop reacting and start responding. When you react, it is based on emotion. When you respond, it is based on logic. Accept responsibility and stop looking for things or people to blame. It may not be your fault that something happened to you, but it is your responsibility to push through it or adapt. We are a combination of everyone we have come into some type of contact with. Travel, experience new places, new people, new thoughts, and new ideas. Then, compare what you have heard to what you have seen. Make your younger self proud. Be the person you needed. Write the book you needed to read. Sing the song you needed to hear. Create the tool you needed to use. And always remember, question everything.